Bergliot by Bjrnstjerne Martinius Bjrnson, see note 11. Harald Haardraade's saga, towards the end of chapter 45, reads thus. When Einar Tambarskelve's wife Bergliot, who had remained behind in her lodgings in the town, learned of the death of her husband and of her sort, she went straight to the royal residence, where the armed force of peasants was, and eagerly urged them to fight. But, in that very moment the king, Harald, rode out along the river. Then said Bergliot, Now miss we here my kinsman, Haakon Ivarson. Never should Einar's murderer row out along the river, if Haakon stood here on the riverbank. In her lodgings, today King Harald must hold his ting-peace, for Einar has here 500 peasants. Our son Eindride safeguards his father, who goes in fearless the king defying. Thus maybe Harald, mindful that Einar has crowned in Norway 2 men with kingship, will grant that peace be, on law well grounded. This was his promise, his people's longing. What? Rolling sand waves swirl up the roadway. What noise is nearing? Look forth, my footboy. The wind's but blowing. Here storms beat wildly. The fjord is open, the fell's low-lying. The town's unchanged since child I trod it. The wind sends hither the snarling seahounds. What flaming thunder from 1,000 voices. Steel weapons redden with stains of warfare. The shields are clashing. See, sand clouds rising, spear billows rolling round Tambarskelve. Hard is his fortune, oh, faithless Harald. Death's ravens roving ride o'er thy ting-peace. Fetch forth the wagon, drive to the fighting. At home to cower would cost my life now. On the way, O yeoman, yield not, circle and save him. Eindride, aid now thine aged father. Build a shield bulwark for him bow bending. Death has no allies like Einar's arrows, and thou, Saint Olaf, oh, for thy son's sake. Help him with good words in Gimli's high hall. Nearer. Our foes are the stronger. They fight now no longer. Subduing, pursuing, they press to the river. What is it that's done? What makes me thus quiver? Will fortune us shun? What stillness astounding! The peasants are staying, their lances now grounding, 2 dead men surrounding, nor Harald delaying. What throngs now enwall the ting hall's high door? ... Silent they all let me pass o'er. Where is Eindride? Glances of pity fear lest they show it, flee lest they greet me. So I must know it. 2 deaths there will meet me. Room. I must see. Oh, it is they. Can it so be? Yes, it is they. Fallen the noblest chief of the Northland, best of Norwegian bows is broken. Fallen is Einar Tambarskelve, our son. Beside him, Eindride, murdered with malice, he, who to Magnus more was than father, King Canute the mighty son's counselor good. Slain by assassins Svolder's sharp shooter, the lion that leapt on the heath of Lurskog. Pride of the peasants snared in a pitfall, time-honored Tronder, Tambarskelve, white-haired and honored, hurled to the hounds here, our son beside him, Eindride. Up, up, ye peasants, he has fallen, but he who felled him is living. Have you not known me? Bergliot, daughter of Haakon from Hjørungavåg. Now I am Tambarskelve's widow. To you I appeal, peasant warriors. My aged husband has fallen. See, see, here is blood on his blanching hair. Your heads shall it be on forever, for cold it becomes, while vain is your vengeance. Up, up, warriors, your chieftain has fallen. Your honor, your father, the joy of your children, legend of all the valley, hero of all the land, here he has fallen, will you not avenge him? Murdered with malice within the king's hall, the ting hall, the hall of the law, thus murdered, murdered by him whom the law holds highest, from heaven will lightning fall on the land, if thus left unpurged by the flames of vengeance. Launch the long ships from land Einar's 9. Long ships are lying here, let them hasten vengeance on Harald. If he stood here, Haakon Ivarson, if he stood here on the hill, my kinsman, the fjord should not save the slayer of Einar, and I should not seek you cowards who flinch. Oh, peasants, hear me, my husband has fallen, the high seat of my thoughts through years 100. Overthrown it now is, and by its right side, our only son fell, oh, all our future. All is now empty between my 2 arms, can I ever again lift them up in prayer? Or whither on earth shall I betake me? If I go and stay in the places of strangers, I shall long for those where we lived together. But if I betake me thither, themselves I shall miss. Odin in Valhall I dare not beseech, for him I forsook in days of childhood. But the great new god in Gimli? All that I had he has taken. Vengeance? Who speaks of vengeance? Can vengeance the dead awaken, or cover me warm from the cold? Find I in it a widow's seat sheltered, solace to cheer a childless mother? Away with your vengeance, let me alone. Lay him on the wagon, him and our son. Come, we will follow them home. That God in Gimli, new and fearful, who all has taken, let him now also take vengeance. Well he knows how. Drive slowly, for so drove Einar always. Soon enough we shall come home. The dogs today will not greet us gladly, but drearily howl. With drooping tails, and lifting their heads the horses will listen. Neighing they stand, the stable door watching, Eindride's voice awaiting. In vain for his voice will they hearken, nor hears the hall the step of Einar, that called before him for all to arise and stand, for now came their chieftain. Too large the house is, I will lock it. Workmen, servants send away. Sell the cattle and the horses, move far hence and live alone. Drive slowly, soon enough we shall come home.